Hi, my name is Steven, and I'm the head of product at Rocketbook.
My name is Michael Leap, and I am the creator of Panda Planner. The Panda Planner system is a way of optimizing both your personal life and your work life, so increasing happiness as well as productivity at work. It came out of a need for myself to increase both, so I looked at what are different ways that we can practice on a daily basis in order to improve happiness, and then what are the best systems to integrate in your life if you want to get the most done. And when you combine those together, that's ultimately what became the Panda Planner system.
The Rocketbook Panda Planner is basically the Panda Planner, but reusable. So taking what Michael Leap designed with his existing line of planners and then combining it with the technology of Rocketbook, using our synthetic paper, making it work with our app so that users can not only reuse the planner, but also digitize it so they can revisit it in the future in digital format. What attracted us to work with Panda Planner was, number one, we had a lot of users asking about a Rocketbook planner. Everybody's got their own preference. They want this format, that format. And so we wanted to work with an expert in Michael who kind of did a lot of studies in terms of what is an effective planner. Secondly, we're both Boston companies, so it was kind of nice to work with each other to strengthen the startup environment here locally. We had conversations, and then basically in March 2020, we got the ball rolling.
I think the partnership with Rocketbook was a perfect fit. One, in that I'd met them before, both of us being Boston companies. We had a mutual acquaintance introduce us. So we had known about each other. We'd known about our businesses both here in the Boston market. And then I had enough feedback from our customers who love the Panda Planner system, but they were looking for a way to make it more affordable. And naturally, a reusable planner is one of the most affordable things you can do. You never have to buy another one. So I think the collaboration with Rocketbook made perfect sense at that standpoint. They were looking for a planner, my users were looking for reusability, and it just came together. So in order to have an effective planner design, I didn't want just a generic planner that was sort of a calendar and you fill in the blanks. I wanted to have something that was going to do more than that. So I turned to the research from positive psychology and from neuroscience, and it's quite a difficult process actually to be continually updating a planner and find out what things you can get rid of and what things you need to keep. And the Rocketbook Panda Planner has our most up-to-date version for getting the most done, hitting your goals, and optimizing your mindset.
There are a couple of minor changes we had to make to our physical product to accommodate the Panda Planner designs. Our pages, they actually have a QR code and 7 symbols at the bottom. So we had to make some little tweaks to accommodate the designs. And on the digital side, one of the things that was different with the Panda Planner is we had these 2 pages that physically were separate, but if you think about it, digitally you want them to be together. One of the things that we worked on was being able to stitch those 2 pages after you scan them so they showed up on your computer screen together. Introduce that new feature that hopefully is adding a lot of value to our users.
The feedback that I've been receiving is that people have been really excited about the Rocketbook Panda Planner.
This is just not a notebook. This is kind of cool.
I love this product, and I really think it's something that a lot of people can find useful.
Let me show you why I love this. I love this so much.
I think our customer base, it was a new decision to collaborate with Rocketbook. So this was sort of a surprise for our community and a very pleasant one for them.
What excites me about the Rocketbook Panda Planner is its reusability. And so one of the frustrations I had when I bought single-use planners was that they would always start in January. And I didn't buy planners always in January. And so sometimes I would have these planners that were half filled, and that got really frustrating. So with the Rocketbook Panda Planner, you can start anytime. You can start in June, you can start in September, you can start in January, you can even start now. So that's what makes this product so great and flexible.
All right. Hi there, and welcome back to Behind the Innovation, another episode. This is the video series that takes you behind the scenes to see how Rocketbook is performing at light speed. So today, the live Q&A portion is going to be talking about the Rocketbook Panda Planner and kind of all the secrets going on behind the scenes with that and how it came to be, like you just heard a little bit about. Today, I'm joined by 2 very special guests. One, Steven, head of product at Rocketbook that you just heard from, and extra special guest, Nicole, who is not only a planner aficionado, but also helps on the marketing team here at Rocketbook. So thanks for joining, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Dylan.
For sure. So just want to remind everyone that you can call in, ask us a question live. You can see this link right above me here. That's bit.ly/2S9DNB9. That's all capitals. And just a reminder, we're looking for questions about kind of the behind the scenes, the deep dark secrets about the Rocketbook Panda Planner. Trying to keep it focused on that, but we'll take your questions. Definitely give us a call. Just go to that link and you'll be able to ask us a question. While we wait for some of those questions to come in, Stephen, maybe just a little background. I know you've been at Rocketbook for a while. How'd you come to just end up at Rocketbook?
Yeah, so I actually met Joe and Jake at Techstars here in Boston back in early 2016. So it's been a while. But yeah, I remember they were working on the Rocketbook Wave, which was the microwave to erase notebook. The Everlast, or what is known as the Core right now, wasn't out then, but they were tinkering with that idea. So that's where we met. And then after that accelerated ended, decided to join them and then just work on products and build more stuff to launch.
Yeah. And what was there any talk of a planner at all when you first joined? I know you mentioned in the video you've heard it now that you've been here since 2016, but at the outset, was there any ideas for a planner?
Not too much. I think at that time we were still focused on just getting that notebook right. And so really focus on that. And then if you remember, around that time, we were actually tinkering around with the Everlast. So really focused on that. And then after the Everlast really became more of a successful product, that's when people started reaching out to us and saying we want a planner. And so after that, we started thinking about it. So we still hear about it now. And so glad to have this Panda planner out.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. So I see some people are asking who from the video, who is that guy from Panda Planner? So that's the creator of Panda Planner who we collaborated with. That's Mike Leap. See some people throwing it in. Someone said the name of the Panda guy, and then someone said he will forever be known as the Panda guy now. No, I think he'd appreciate knowing Mike Leap. He's great. He unfortunately couldn't make it today, but he's super nice guy, super incredible story of how he started Panda Planner, and obviously we're happy to work with him. Nicole, I want to ask you a question because I know you're huge on planners. I think you're kind of ahead of the curve of everyone at Rocketbook when it comes to planners. I don't know if you have any general planning tips for anyone for something you use that you've maybe a strategy you've developed over the years, or just anything you like about bullet journaling. I know you do that.
Yeah, of
anything
course.
you want to share?
Yeah, well, when I first started at Rocketbook, I was an intern, and they were we had the Core, we had the Mini. There were a couple recommendations for a planner, but it wasn't really, high priority. But I was have you guys, heard about bullet journaling? And that's a huge untapped market, is the planner community. And I actually gave a presentation my first summer at Rocketbook where I was you guys should know about the bullet journal community online, because I'm a huge bullet journaler and just journaler in general. I have a notebook for everything. I think I have a ongoing cycle of 10 or 15 notebooks that I use all of them. I've got obviously my Rocketbook notebooks that I have for all things work. I use them every day. I always keep them by my desk, my Flip and my Mini. And then I have good old fashioned journals where I just journal about my day that I do not want to erase. I want to keep. And then right in between there are my bullet journals, which are great because bullet journaling is actually a system. There is the bullet journal, but you can bullet journal in any notebook with any type of paper. So what's great about the Rocketbook Panda Planner is that even though it has all of its awesome templates and can help with, personal development and personal goals and work and social occasions, it's really for anything, you can still bullet journal in the Rocketbook Panda Planner. So I'm very happy about that. That's sweet.
Yeah, it's good that it's so versatile. Someone said Nicole is wise, so shout out to you, Nicole. Someone said someone asked a question. Hold on, I just want to scroll back up to get to it. Someone was just saying they were having some trouble with the link. I think we copy and pasted it in the chat, so hopefully you'll be able to join. I know we have Ed here, but he's it doesn't look like his camera's on, so we're working on getting him to join. Let's see. Someone said, Cindy wants to know, she shares her calendar with her husband so she can know what's going on. Can you share the Panda planner? Yeah, definitely. I think it definitely can be shared. Team effort. contribute. I think I could see like a whole family kind of contributing a bunch of plans on their planner. I think maybe the goal sections and the daily section are probably more about personal development and probably more tailored towards a single individual, but can of course buy one for everyone. There's certainly no problem with that. How long has Panda Planner been around? I actually don't know. Steven, do you know when Panda Planner was founded?
Oh, that's a good question. I actually don't know off the top of my head either, but
yeah.
I know it's been around for a while. It's gone through some iterations as Michael has kind of continually improved it. And with the latest iteration that you see with the Rocketbook Panda Planner, it's actually an improvement from his older Panda planners. And so, yeah, it's one of those things where it just gets better over time. And we'll see how it improves over time as well.
For sure. I just want to go back to Cindy's question, if you can share it. Someone pointed out, Martha pointed out, of course, you can use the Rocketbook app to save your pages to a shared drive that you can, of course, all access and kind of share digitally, which is definitely a great solution. We do have Ed. I'm going to try to add Ed to the stream. Let's see. Okay, Ed, it looks like you have your audio on, but it looks like you are muted. If you want to unmute yourself and ask your question, that'd be great. I'll give you a second there to get prepped there. Someone said, Steven, I think this is a good question for you. Someone asked, what are the differences in format between the letter and executive size Panda Planner? So obviously, if you don't know, Rocketbook has like two main sizes for their notebooks. One is letter size, one is executive. The letter's a bit bigger, like 8.5 by 11 typical sheet. And then executive size is a bit smaller. So maybe you can just talk to the differences and overlap in page designs there.
Yeah, so just kind of give a high level introduction between the differences. So Dylan talked about some of the differences in terms of size. For the letter size, there are only 32 pages, and on the executive size, the smaller size, it has 36 pages. And so you can kind of see that we need to kind of tweak the number of pages for each of those products. But the main difference really comes down to the daily planning pages. And so because we have more space on the letter size, we can kind of fit more of the daily planning formats on one page, whereas on the exec size, we kind of split up into two. So you have more, you have some more of those pages on the letter size.
Yeah, that's great. I think overall, like you're not missing anything by choosing one size or the other. It's kind of just how it's split up between the pages, which I think you guys might have touched on in the video, that you just have to, that was a little tricky to decide kind of where you can kind of shift things around and move it around to make it fit. Someone asked, is there a video walkthrough of using the goal pages in the Panda Planner? Ames, that's a great question. So actually last night, there was a video that got uploaded. Here's the link for it. And this is a video of actually Mike Leap, the founder of Panda Planner, walking through the Rocketbook Panda Planner, specifically through each page and kind of detailing, what you're supposed to do with these pages, what your mentality should be for filling out these pages. It's super informative. Even if you're not, if you don't have the notebook and you're just kind of interested, there's definitely good lessons to be learned just from looking at the pages. He mentions in the video he used positive psychology and a lot of research. So even just kind of understanding how those pages work, I think can be helpful. Let's see here. Ed, I don't know if you got your mic unmuted. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Ed, thanks for joining.
I'm just not going to turn on my camera because it's a big mess here. So.
All good.
Hey, well, guys, I'm a huge fan of yours, your products. I've been a backer on Kickstarter since the first Rocketbook, and now I just got emails from the Orbit, and I also have the wall. How's it called? The Rocketbook beacons as well. Yeah, okay. I got cool. Beacons a long time ago. ThinkBoard. I also have ThinkBoards. I bought a big ThinkBoard for my 4-year-old niece, and she loves it. She loves drawing inside the walls there.
That's awesome.
So, well, my thoughts were: are you guys planning to have Panda board on for the Orbit available as well?
It's a good question.
Also, what's your next steps now? Where are you going to launch there? Because I'm really excited about new products as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stephen, I think you can take that first one.
Yeah, so the first question was, would we have the Orbit page templates, or sorry, the Panda Planner page templates for the Orbit? Something that we've thought about. So with the Orbit, we're starting off with 9 page templates, and the goal is to over time add additional templates. So that's certainly something that we'd consider. So yeah, just send us some feedback, and we read all the feedback that we get to develop new products. So yeah, send us a note.
Yeah, no, I've seen that suggestion a few times. You can always suggest new ideas at ideas.getrocketbook.com. I'll put that up on the screen just so you can see it. But we're always looking for feedback and for new ideas and improvements on products. So there it is at the bottom of the screen, ideas.getrocketbook.com. So Ed, always feel free to go there and suggest that. I know people have suggested, like here, Nelson is kind of asking a similar question. Are we going to offer custom orders on the Panda Planner pages for the books you already offer? I think it's just kind of a similar question of making these pages available separately. For anyone who doesn't know, the Orbit is our most recent kind of Kickstarter. We launched it, and it's basically a reusable legal pad that's modular, which means you can kind of take the page packs off and on with magnets. I think Steven might have a live demo to show right there.
Yeah, so I got a prototype here. This is basically an Orbit where, yeah, you have the modular page packs. You can come off and attach it like magnetically. So pretty cool.
Yeah, sweet. And then Ed, to your second question, I know you asked about, what's coming with new products and what's to expect. So I'm going to give you a half answer there. Our next Behind the Innovation episode, actually, on October 16th. So just two short weeks away. We'll be talking about how we come up with ideas for new products and the ideation process here, but also be giving a little bit of a 2021 preview at what products are next to come. So definitely, I would recommend tuning into that. But thanks again for your question, Ed. Definitely, anyone else, feel free to call in following that link at the top of the screen right here. But yeah, thanks, Ed.
Thanks, Ed.
Let's see here. We got a lot of comments coming in, so I'm just trying to find ones as they go by. I can't keep up. I do know someone asked. Let's see. I wrote it down from before. They want to know, were there extra thoughts of like adding extra pages, kind of similar to Ed's question of extra templates that you can like get separately based on the Panda Planner, or maybe a page you could stick like a Panda Planner page that you could put into another notebook, which I think is tough right now. But I think with the Orbit and as we release the Orbit, that modular functionality, definitely new page packs are something that's possible down the line.
Yeah, I think it's funny that you mentioned that, because we are toying around with this idea. Can't give too much detail about it.
I was gonna say, is this a sneak peek exclusive?
Yeah, it is kind of a sneak peek, but basically, if you think about having stickers with your favorite templates and then attaching it to some of your other notebooks, so you can imagine a Panda Planner sticker page that you could, stick onto your core notebook. That's something that we're playing around with now. So be on the lookout for that, I would say, pretty soon.
I will add to that. Melissa asked, kind of in a similar question, ever a possibility you would do a personalized Bujo bullet journal pages in a one-off printing option? So I'm not sure if we have an answer for that, but I do know you can, we have free Rocketbook pages to download and print, like PDFs for you to print. Of course, they won't be on Rocketbook paper. It'll just be you can print it on regular paper at home or at Staples. But it will have like the border and the QR code, so you can scan it and save it, and it still has all the functionality with the app. And those are available free on our website. I think they're also available. You can just go to pdfs.getrocketbook.com. I'll put that on the screen as well, so you can see it right there. And again, you can kind of, even though it's our normal templates are there, you can open it up in Photoshop or any kind of PDF editor and add your own template on top. So to go back to Melissa's question, if you're looking for a bullet journaling template that you can scan and save with the Rocketbook app, you can definitely download that PDF and edit it to make it your own. We do have like a help center article online as well on how to do that if you need advice for that. But that's a great question, Melissa.
It's funny too, because I personally, I view a blank page a personalized bullet journal template, because I like to get really creative with it. And like for every month I'll do a different theme, or I'll try different lettering and calligraphy. And it's really nice I was bullet journaling in my core for a while, and just, doing whatever I wanted, getting really crazy, using all of the pens, markers, highlighters, which you can use any of those from the Pilot Friction line. I also know that they have stamps, which I didn't know. That was a really life-changing moment for me when I heard they're only available on certain websites, but Pilot Friction stamps are real and erasable and work with our notebooks. So getting really fun with all of the decoration and themes for some, and then being able to erase it. And if I am having a really crazy month or something, saying, I'm just going to do a really minimalist theme this time. That's the wonderful thing about bullet journaling. But we are also, along the same lines of accessories and maybe a sticker for the inside cover, we have been playing around a little bit with the idea of like stencils, if stenciling would be useful. And it's definitely not like a huge priority now, but part of me is like, yeah, stencil would be great, because then you could just like, throw up this bullet journal template on your page really quickly. But, it's something like some people might really love that and be able to structure their pages, and others are like, I don't need that. I'm, journaling for me is all about getting creative and just doing it myself. So that's, it's tough with like a bullet journal template. Is there such a thing?
Yeah. And I think to go to your point about, the stencils and different ideas, again, you can go to ideas.getrocketbook.com to suggest an idea, or if it's already been suggested, to upvote it, kind of show us that there's some support for it, which is great. I think we'll take maybe one more question if someone wants to call in, or we'll just grab one from the chat. I did see one pop through. I know there has been a lot about customizable pages. I know we responded saying, just that we are aware of that, and we're definitely like working towards something in the future. I know someone asked about, let's see, removing pages. Someone asked about engraving the cover. Not really related to Panda, but definitely kind of a fun idea.
Personalize it. Some monograms.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, it looks like everyone's someone said stencils would be amazing, Nicole.
All right, nice, noted.
Yeah. Cool. Ed actually just asked us another question. He said, is there a repository of customized pages made by users where we can create new pages and share with users? Steven, I know you kind of had mentioned this a while back. You want to just say what you think that could look like? Or come on.
Be on the lookout for that in 4Q. That's something that we've thought about, basically trying to collect all the creativity that the users put out there and having you guys share it with each other. I think it's cool to see what everybody comes up with and find inspiration. So I think, be on the lookout for that sometime in 4Q.
Yeah, and if you are looking for some page design suggestions, or even just like Rocketbook tips in general, obviously you can follow us on social media, on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. We also post some good like tip videos on YouTube. But if you really want to go deep on it, you can go and try to join our Facebook group, the Launch Crew. It's basically like for Rocketbook pros. They're always suggesting tips, sharing their page designs. It's a really great community to join if you're interested. All right, I think that's pretty much it. Just a lot of positive comments here. We got a big yeah from Karen. Dot pages are awesome. Valencia agrees. Dot pages are great. Timothy agreed. A repository of customizable templates would be great. Didn't even realize they're possible. Yeah, and just once again, if you are looking to get those free PDFs, you can go to pdfs.getrocketbook.com. But I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Just a reminder, as we talked about with Ed, there is going to be another Behind the Innovation video, as well as a live Q&A, which I really think people are going to want to not miss. That's on October 16th at 1 p.m. It'll be talking about not only how we come up with ideas for new products, but also giving a little sneak preview into 2021 and what's to come for Rocketbook. Definitely some exciting stuff. Again, that's October 16th at 1 p.m. You can RSVP right now on our Facebook event, going to our Facebook page, and we hope to see you all there soon. Thanks so much for everyone for tuning in. Thanks, Nicole and Steven, for joining.
Thanks, guys.
All right. See you guys.